Okay guys, so I'm still stuck in this big book, right? I'm figuring out stuff to make, looking at things to do, all kinds of stuff in here. There's some Christmas stuff, and right now you hear my cricket going, but right now I'm also working on the Christmas journal from a download I bought in Etsy, right? So it's a Christmas journal, which I wouldn't normally do, but it's a special digital that I love. So look at this. Look, there's a homemade tag right there. I mean, that's already done. Flip it over, backside's white, copy dye it, put it in a book. And then this one, funny, I thought it was going to be Halloween because of the oranges, but it's Christmas, and I love this lady. So like, for this journal I'm working on, I'm going to pull out aside all of the journal stuff, or the Christmas stuff, right? So I'm going to work on making some, I think what I want to do is do some mixed media. I want to take out my distress oxides, and I want to do some mixed media pockets for our big idea book, and also for just in general, just to stockpile, right? I know I am going to do a Norman Rockwell journal for a friend. She's been waiting for this journal for 2 or 3 years. So I'm going to put one together for her, hopefully over Christmas break for me. I've got a 5-day vacation coming up, so I'm hoping that I can get it done for her and get it over to her. It'll be real basic. She'll have all of the stuff to write on and do, but that's what I'm hoping for, and maybe even give it to her in the new year. It's Norman Rockwell journal. It's not a Christmas journal. All right. So with that being said, let's look at cutting out some of these guys and running them through my embossing machine and getting them ready for a pocket. I mean, this is a nice size pocket. And then, yeah, let's just do some mixed media with it. And we'll start with this base. If I don't do mixed media with it, I'll probably just wind up doing pockets with it in the upcoming. But there's probably like 200 pages in this book, and at best I'd like to get them all cut out and put in a plastic tub where I know what they are, and I can just work slowly at it. I am going to pull all of the Christmas stuff out. So, and then look, these are like frameable sheets. You could frame this, and there was another one in here. You could frame this, but what I'm thinking is just making the journal. You know, like cut this down, make different sizes, just make her a really nice journal. So like I said, it's going to take me, this will be one that I work on my own, and it'll take me a good, I'm going to say 6 months to fix it, finish it, and do it right. And what you hear going in the background is going to be part of our next video. So anyhow, I hope you stay tuned. And right now, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to cut some of these out for us to run through our embossing folder, plural, and then I'll get those embossed, and then I'll show you how they look when they're finished, and I'll kind of show you the process as we go. Alright guys, thank you for being part of my channel, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and a great rest of your week, but stick around because there's more to follow. Okay guys, I wanted to show you that I ran, and I think if you look super careful, you can see the mushrooms and the fall-like stuff on this leaf. That's the back side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with Mod Podge, try to bring out that design. All right, so I wanted to show you. I started in with my Rockwell book, that big giant oversized book I showed you in the beginning of the video, and I got some stuff cut out of it. I think I cut like 4 or 5 of the large pages. Some of it I just didn't dare to save because there's so much of it, and if I cut into it and I disturbed a photo, then I just went ahead and tossed it. I know, right? But like I said, there's so much of it, and there's only so much I can use, right? All right, so let me show you what I got done. It's actually pretty cool. Oh no, I threw that in the wrong trash can. Okay, so I found this, and this is like a little man's, not a little man's, but a man's little suitcase, duffel bag, drawstring kind of thing. And then I found some small stuff like this. I just basically, quickly fussy cut it. I didn't spend a whole lot of time. And then there was this, and I thought how cool this would make a great waterfall or flip up, flip down, depending on which side you wanted to use. And here's another one. This one would make a nice tag, and then you just cover the back. And then look, are these not the coolest? They're as close to a TH cutout as you can get. If you know, you know. I kept this. There were several of those. And then this was just a scrap. I figured we could either emboss it, die cut on it, different things. And then there were a bunch of these, just like tons of those. So here we go, we're more of these. So I'm telling you, my cup runneth over. There, I saved the Saturday Evening Post covers 1922. Again, just tons of these, and these are just about ATC sized. There we go. And then it says, Cousin Reginald catches the Thanksgiving turkey. So this could be a good Thanksgiving one, but I left enough up here just in case I wanted to do flip ups, flip outs, and I probably will. There's going to be a lot. And then I kept this one as a flip out, flip in, and I could have, here's another one of those, I could easily trim this edge off and make this a pocket, a flip in, flip out pocket. So I did leave edges on some of them. Then here we go. This you could just paste glue right in the center of a page. It's just the right size. Same with this one. Look, he sees himself. So then we've got this I left blank because we're coming into our embossed pieces. And these I didn't know if I wanted to emboss or to do die cuts with, but I cut them out and saved them. They were all part of this. So, and then I wanted to mention, don't forget the small stuff. Look, this was in one of those pages, and I don't know who it is or what it is, but it's, and then I embossed it. I don't know if you can see the little bumps, maybe. Can you see the little bumps on it? There you go. That's a good shot. So I embossed those, and then I embossed these. And what's cool about these is, let me get a good color for that. I think that I think that's walnut, but we're going to go with this darker color. So basically, once you get it done, you just start going over the embossed section until you pick up all of the texture, and it completely, I mean totally transforms what you're doing. Look at this. Look at this. See how it changed it? So we went from, let me see if I can find it. I think I did 2 like that. That's music. Here we go. So if you look, you can see that texture, but you don't really see it until you take some ink and you go over it. So this one is green. I don't know. Maybe I want to go over it with, let's try maybe a light blue, like a real bright blue. That might look good. Oh, got my thumb caught. Let me see what's the first thing I can pull out of here. I have red. That's purple. I don't want purple. Then we have more purple. Huh, that was interesting. Then we have, that's walnut. That's spun sugar. I don't think that's a very good color either. We'll keep going. Here we go. Here's a nice green. Evergreen bough. That will be a good one. That will be a good one. So we're just going to go over it. See how it looks now. It's almost like magic, I tell you. So you could put this in a botanical journal, a spring journal. There you go. Well done. How cool is that? Okay, and then we have the music. I feel like the music should be a dark color, like a black. Let's go with scorched timber. So the music should be dark because it's music, right? See, you can almost not see it at all. But look how we transform that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and then I think I had another music. Oh, and the numbers I definitely want to do in black. Yeah, here's our second set of music. And then I also, it's not black, it's scorched timber, but I want to do the numbers in black. Now tell me, that would not look good in any journal. As a pocket, as a journaling card, as whatever you want it to be. And then we'll go over the numbers. Can you see the numbers? This is the magic. You can if you look. See? You can see them if you look. But you don't have to look anymore once you do this. I just love it. I absolutely never can get over the difference, right? Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Isn't that cool? It completely transforms. So anyhow, these are just easy things you can do. If you're going to go buy the distress oxide or the distress ink, here's my recommendation. Get the oxides if you're going to be doing mixed media, if you're going to be smooshing or making prints. Get the distress ink if you're going to be stamping or doing things like this where you don't want water to activate it, because the oxides are activated by water. So anything moist that touches this is going to cause it to react. This is permanent, okay? So there we have it, guys. That was our Saturday evening post fun. I really enjoyed it. And again, like I said, I think I'm going to emboss this and then do die cut. So it's just, the sky is the limit. It is all on what you have time to do, what you have tools to do. And if you don't, you can still get things like this and fussy cut it and put it in a journal. This, not going to do anything with it other than embellish it and put it in a journal. So again, it's all on just a keen eye, and go to your secondhand stores, go to your garage sales, and be looking for things like this, you know. So there we have it. And then the next video, I think I'll work on, I'm not sure. I had some ideas. Oh, I'm going to do the Scrooge journal, but I want to do like an old fabric type, maybe leather, either fabric or leather type cover for it. So that one's still percolating. But anyhow, we're going to get started on more ephemera next week, and I appreciate all of you for watching, of course, and to all of my new subscribers, welcome aboard. I always am up for ideas and advice and inspiration, so any of the above would be great. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed today's video, please share my channel with your crafty friends. It helps me to grow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.